going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Fats, aka The Beast, coming at you with a fresh new episode of the Fair Shake Podcast. Introducing the rest of the cast, starting with Chris.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris, aka Killer Ghost. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. On to the next host.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Whatever time you guys are listening to this today. When this episode airs, this will be the last episode of 2020. And for those who've been with us since episode 1, we started as 4, went to 5, back to 4, and then this us 3. We've been consistent. We've been coming to you every week with topics. We've been coming to you every week with laughs, jokes, just everything. I will admit, seeing all the analytics, I see that a lot of our listeners and our viewer base is spread out, but I know there's a good chunk of you guys that still come to us every week and show us love and support. I'm not big on New Year's resolutions. I don't know what the future holds in store for us, to be honest. And I would hope that 2021 is a better year for everyone all around. I would hope that gaming is much a part of our lives as it is as much as yours. Social media, entertainment, music, movies, TV shows, whatever it is. I can't wait to see what the future has in store, but I'm done with 2020. If you guys want to say something before we actually start the show, I think it'd be great for the listeners.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Yeah, that's where I stand at.
I agree. I've been done with 2020 about 8 months ago. I'm hoping 2021 is the exact opposite. Like everybody's, it's all good news. Everybody's good. New president, all that stuff. Hopefully we get some more help financially, stimulus. And but other than that, yeah, I hope everybody's better off than they were this year, because this year sucked.
Yeah, fuck 2020. 2020 can suck my whole dick.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where, like, I would hope that we push things to the side and pave new paths. Old beefs just stay like that, old beefs, and we could just come together again. So with that being said, finna get manguno huevos. The last time you hear it, now on to the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for this is the Fair Shake Gaming Awards for 2020, even though it was a shitty year. So Chris is gonna name off categories and nominees.
So I got suggested this topic by one of our listeners. So the categories would be game of the year, obviously, best single player game, best story, best main character, best multiplayer game, best ongoing game, and then we have our own award, the Fair Shake Award, which is a game that we think deserves more attention, that you guys should give a fair shake. I don't know if you guys want to add any awards or whatever, maybe art or whatever, I don't know, but I feel those are pretty decent. So for
best DLC award, I want to add that one.
Okay, so for best ongoing game, the Game Awards has these 5 as nominees: Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, No Man's Sky.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, not No Man's Sky, because I haven't played it, and I will say this: terrible launch. I understand that they gave it a saving grace with all this stuff, but it's a game that I'm not willing to go into. You understand? I don't have friends that are playing it, and I don't want to play it myself, so that's out of the park. Apex Legends, I find myself playing my battle royale games solo as of recently. Like, I've enjoyed it more playing solo, and Apex Legends doesn't do it for me. It's too much of the group, like, the class system, so it doesn't work. Destiny 2. Destiny 2 for me, I still love the game. I think that has the best, and I'm gonna say this, I think it has the best multiplayer, like in terms of what you can do, how you can play it, you understand? And my favorite mode in the game is still Gambit. I think Gambit still holds up. And when you guys listening to this, Iron Banner should have already started. So
awesome.
I'll probably jump into that, because when Iron Banner drops, that's a different breed of multiplayer. I think the really good players come out at that time. So that's not for me. But the two that I'm gonna say that this one, the only reason I considered it was because these motherfuckers made me buy the Mandalorian skin. And he dropped in fucking Fortnite.
Yep.
And then a couple of days later, fucking Kratos drops in the game. And guess what I did? I bought him too. I'm not even in a jacket. I did. But still not my game of choice to play, because I only play on the Switch, and on the Switch there's no tryhards. You understand? It's just for me to play, blow off some steam, and I play with my boys. But that title, ongoing, for me, Warzone. I'm not gonna lie. This game, this mode has been hands down the best. Like, every engagement that I have in that game is different from the last. Sometimes even better, sometimes even worse. But I will admit, it's taken most of my money, right? Those $3 billion that they've made throughout the year, right? I'm part of that. I've definitely given to that pool, because I love the skins in that game, but more so I love the camo skins and those for guns that I actually like to use. Again, I think it's a great game by yourself. I think it's an even better game when you're playing with your friends and you're playing with a squad that knows what they're doing. You understand? And that game allowed me to switch my KD from the shit KD that I had to like a 122 or 125. I can't remember as of recent, because I haven't played in a while. But I will admit, that is my best ongoing game of the 2020. I nominate that, and that's the award I give to.
Fal, you want me to go to one of our fans?
Well, out of those 5, I've only played one.
So yours is obvious.
Yeah, I mean,
you could add one if you want. It doesn't have to be off that list.
I've always loved Destiny. So, the story modes and everything, they're always good. You know, what I hate is the repetition of trying to get the exotics, but even so, the game is still good. Especially now that I've been playing on PC, like the graphics 100 times better now. But I do want to nominate one, and it's because I miss it so much. I miss playing it. I miss playing it with friends. GTA.
Oh, nah, you blew mine.
GTA, okay.
I miss playing GTA with my boys. So
yeah.
What you thought I was gonna say?
Monster Hunter.
Oh, that too.
Monster Hunter, bro, has been dropping heat. Monster Hunter is dropping heat.
Well, all right, two of them, Monster Hunter and GTA, because those I could really get into.
There's rumors.
I might get back into. Does it look better for PS5?
But don't do it, because Capcom had I don't know if you guys heard, they held ransom about dropping their new IPs in their list, and there's a new Monster Hunter in the work. So,
but aside from the Switch one that's coming out?
Yeah, aside from the Switch one.
Really?
Yeah. How long?
Wow.
Doesn't matter how long, it's still coming out.
Because I know the Switch one.
You're gonna repurchase that game, right? And
do everything? I'll wait.
I haven't.
You have even the ice stuff?
Yeah, I have all that. I would have to start from literally the beginning.
You started from no. If you start from Iceborne, they give you some equipment.
Okay,
so you know, at least
I might do
some
that
stuff. But
I haven't.
I didn't know there was one. I know there was Stories, which my brother loves, and then the Switch one that looks pretty good.
But there's another one. Capcom, somebody they held them up at ransom. They were like, if you don't give us money, we're gonna. Capcom was like, fuck you, do what you want, and they dropped all their IP lists. There's a new Monster Hunter in the making.
Okay.
And I say that because the last DLC that they dropped was for the movie.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, they have the movie girl.
Djokovic, whatever her name is. She's a playable DLC.
That's so stupid. Give me money or I'm gonna drop your shit. Go ahead. Guess what, sucker? It's not gonna come out now. It's your fault. The fuck? So stupid.
How about your listener?
So we have one of them is my brother that was on, Steven. He said he agrees with you. The best ongoing is definitely Warzone. He says it's the only battle royale without a bunch of bullshit in it. For example, Apex Legends has special abilities, Fortnite has the building mechanics, and PUBG just doesn't look good. Warzone manages to give you a quality experience without sacrificing visuals or gameplay. It's probably the best battle royale to start with too. He said he knows Black Ops had a battle royale, Blackout, but it wasn't anywhere nearly as accessible because you had to buy the game to play it. Warzone is free, and that's what helps it compete with the other battle royale games. So
good shit, Steven.
For me, it's between Destiny and Warzone. It's not too close because I love Warzone, I love Destiny, but Warzone is the one I could play every night, or mainly almost every night. And that game will make me rage. It'll make me happy. Maybe make me cry sometimes. The things I see, but it's always like. Is always a different. Every game is a different experience. Like every time you drop in somewhere different. You can either fight off the rip or be good off the rip, and out of nowhere somebody's hiding in a bush, whatever. Like it's always different. And depending who you play with, like you could play by yourself is different. You could play with other people is different. I don't know. It's just always fun to me. So that's my best ongoing game. They gave it a lot of updates and stuff.
I think the updates and the nerfs and the buffs that they made to the game, I think kept the game healthy.
Yeah, because they only had one map. So other than that, yeah. Because if they were to not nerf and buff stuff and keep the same map, it would have got boring real quick.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm very interested to see what they do with the new one. I hope it's not small because the thing is that Rebirth Island. So I hope it's not a small map because I think that would be bad. But we'll see. And I have another fan. He used to be on this podcast, Felipe Savage. Shout out. He said his is not even on the nominations. His is yeah, it is Destiny 2 for him. Beyond Light. He didn't say why. He just told me Destiny 2. So yeah.
So
I'll tell you more. So that was what? Ongoing game?
Ongoing.
So best multiplayer game. I'm gonna go nominees right now. Hold on. Pretty sure everybody's gonna pick. Yeah, here we go. So we got Fall Guys. We got Call of Duty Warzone again. I don't know how this is in Animal Crossing.
How is that a multiplayer game? You visit each other's fucking islands.
Among Us. And Valorant. I don't know if you guys. It doesn't have to be from there. You guys could throw whatever you want.
So I'm just gonna go off with the list. Animal Crossing, cut that shit out. That's not a fucking multiplayer game. You don't do nothing but go. You want to come to my island and dig a fucking fossil? Great. That's it. That's all you fucking.
That's not
do.
a multiplayer.
That's not a multiplayer game. Among Us. Remember, I had said this throughout the whole year. I thought this was a new game. So to be honest, I think that's a cop out. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna add it. I do think that it's a good game with with tricking people and all that shit. But I gave the ongoing to Call of Duty, and I think rightfully so it should stay there. But like I said, my multiplayer of choice would be Destiny's. I think it holds up really well. Is Fall Guys. I think Fall Guys was unique. I think it's different. Like it's essentially what's that fucking TV show?
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, it's essentially that with like what is it, 60 people, and I bought the game and I maybe played like 2 hours worth, but the time that I played it, you understand, it was fun. I didn't, I'm not a fiend for it, but I think that it holds up. So I think that will be my multiplayer game of the year. Fall Guys. A big steep one, but that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
I think I'm gonna say Destiny 2. Like the DLC, Destiny 2. That DLC was really pretty good. Beyond Light, yeah. And I playing Destiny 2 with other people was just like it's better that way. Like I mean, you can play by yourself, but it gets really boring. And when you face tough enemies, you can't face them alone. Like so, I think that would be my top multiplayer game for the year.
So
the thing, Destiny, it's one of those games where like I don't know. I just always love their multiplayer. Like it's reminiscent of the Halo with the shields and stuff, but it's something about that gunplay that I like really enjoy.
no, it's one of the best pure gunplay mechanic games. Yeah, definitely. So Steven, he says he hasn't played a lot of multiplayer games this year, but he's gonna give it to Warzone again. He says it's just a very fun experience to jump in with your friends. Combining Modern Warfare and Cold War with Warzone just makes it even more rewarding to play. And he said playing the base COD games and getting stuff for Warzone is very rewarding, so it's a win-win. And Felipe says that his is actually, oh yeah, his is Warzone also. He doesn't say why though, but mine's is I'm stuck between Warzone and Among Us, cause Warzone, it's my favorite multiplayer game, but I don't know if it's really, is a battle royale considered like a multiplayer game? Like I don't know if it's.
I think the reason why people like, and I think they really love Battle Royale, because it's that fight to be the top, the number one, to survive. You understand? The odds is against you, even though you're not realistically, unless you one of those players that have the bots on and shit. Realistically, you are going against everybody, but within small little ecosystems of fighting. You understand?
Yeah.
Whereas Among Us, again, it's friend or foe type of shit. You understand? You have to know your friends to know enough who's lying or who's not.
So originally I was gonna give it to Warzone, but then I think about the times I played Among Us and it's always just nonstop laughter. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give it to Among Us. Like that's a game I could play. Either we plan to play it or it could be like a spur of the moment type thing. It'll always be fun, no matter. I think as long as you play with people you know, because one time I tried with randoms and it's the worst. But as long as people you know, it's the most fun game, because there's always people pointing fingers at each other, people playing detective. Shout out to the detective.
Each other's throw, and I was like,
there's Among Us of y'all.
This was like, there's a mole against y'all, and then y'all was hero clicks.
I remember playing with you on Among Us. Yo, it's Fats.
Nah,
and I'm dead.
Nah, I said,
Yo, it's dead.
Yeah. You want to know why? Because when I saw the thing, I didn't know that it shows you when you're dead, but you can't talk, right?
Yeah.
But we was talking without texting, remember? So I died, and I thought you was, because you was white, right?
I don't remember.
Whatever. I remember it was a white one. It was Fats. I remember saying that, but I didn't know that it was actually like, that's how it was. But I know.
I love even though it's been out a while, I love it. Like it's just the funniest thing. Like
especially when you're playing with good company.
Yeah.
Because there are people, I'm not gonna mention names, that really pull out the thing.
Oh, okay.
You understand? That really pull out the fucking joy of it.
I agree.
I could see why you chose Among Us.
Yeah, that's yeah. Because there was one time I called both. Before the game was over, I was like, wait, and I called both the
imposters.
Yeah, and I was just, I don't think like a Warzone win made me feel that same way. I was like, yo, I'm a fucking detective. But yeah, that's my winner for multiplayer. Next up, best main character. I don't know if they have a. Let's see.
Varix.
If y'all have one, y'all could just say. I don't think they have a top thing for that. Nominees.
What game did I play this year?
What do you think? You play? Oh no, you didn't play Final Fantasy. What games came out this year that you played?
I don't remember. I played a lot, but let me see.
Animal Crossing.
Fuck that.
Darry, the main character.
I dug up 10 fossils and they all were fucking T-Rex boneheads. 20.
For me, I would say Ellie from Last of Us 2.
Oof.
Cause that game you go through some shit. So
I haven't touched.
I can't say much because my two co-hosts still haven't played it. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for, but
My PS5.
but yeah, that game she goes through some stuff. So while pros,
Can I nominate a character that's not from this year?
it has to be from God, but it has to be from 2020. But God,
It has to be.
they don't good. I don't care.
Kratos, that nigga's fucking man. I'm just saying.
He'll be in every year.
Always
Then.
be the man, boy.
Felipe also picked Ellie.
Did he play that game though?
He said no, but he said he's seen every one of his favorite streamers play it, including me. Twitch TV/Killer Ghost. So I'm letting it rock because he was watching me play it. So
Yeah, I don't know.
and my brother said best same thing. Best main character goes to Ellie from Last of Us Part 2. She's a tragic protagonist that loses a dear friend and is conflicted with an extremely heavy choice at the end of it all.
Crash Bandicoot.
I looked at the list, and although I played some of them, I don't
Most of them
think
were
there's-
old.
Not old, like Doom Eternal, the Doom guy. He's not a main character. You are the main character.
Yeah, so Darry.
Nah, fuck. Oh wow.
Yo, Darry shoots
Darry-
demons and he digs up fossils in Animal Crossing.
Where's my fishing pole? I will say this: Animal Crossing. If I'm gonna give it is the protagonist or whatever the fuck. It was good while it lasted, but the problem with Animal Crossing is there's nothing you can do. If they put like mini games where like my friends could come in and we do mini games like race, run, fucking treasure,
Yeah, I agree.
something. You understand? I think the game would be much better, but because you can't do anything other than
You have to literally
plant
wait till the
tree,
next
clean
day
the
to
fucking
do
weed,
something.
talk to somebody, kick somebody out, ignore somebody.
It's true, yeah.
Catch a fucking bug. Past that, there's not much interest, you know?
I will say this. Side note. Animal Crossing is one of the games that like brought out the, I don't want to say hustler in me, but like, yo, flip, like selling
I'm not
picking the shells up
No.
from the beach and selling it back to the motherfucker that you owe
No.
money to.
The best
I'll
one,
do that shit.
Fallout.
Oh
is the
yeah,
game
of
that
course,
makes
Fallout
it-
2.
but
That's
go
another
ahead.
one. So yours is Animal Crossing guy, Darry,
Yeah, I'm gonna say myself. Where's my fossil?
and you? Did you?
Kratos.
Oh my god.
It'll always be Kratos.
So
Boy.
all right, so that was best story.
Ghost of Tsushima. I watched that and I think that was one of the best stories I've seen in a while.
I still haven't played that either.
Best story is for me, it's between that one and Last of Us. I'm gonna give the edge to Last of Us just because of the it was more emotional to me, even though Ghost of Tsushima is pretty emotional, but it's more I would say out of action, a better action game, whatever, is Ghost, but like story wise, yeah, Last of Us, because just like the emotional roller coaster that it puts you through. Let me see what. So my brother said best story goes to Ghost of Tsushima. We walk through the shoes of Jin Sakai throughout his whole journey and watch him slowly make controversial decisions regarding his way of life, which I agree with. I don't think Felipe gave a best story. Yeah, Last of Us 2 best story. Fats, you got anything?
Hit us with the boy.
I haven't really played no games from this year. And I'm slacking like OD. Like I'm still stuck on Mafia 1.
It's super slacking.
Super slacking.
Is that story?
It's not, that story's good.
Them graphics.
The graphics are something else. All the characters looking like fucking
So
puppets.
Beyond Light, you don't like that story?
I thought there was more to the story, so you saying that we finished it, it was too short for me. Like all Destiny DLCs are man short. Even the main story, like I hate that shit. But trying to think of right now what game I played.
Do you think it's possible if you played the game Destiny 2 from the beginning with all the DLC, would it then be a long game?
I believe so, yeah.
But because we played it incrementally with DLCs,
it's fucking too short. Yeah, I really
You
don't.
must have played something else this year. What have you played this year?
Give me the games that came out this year, and I'll tell you.
I'll tell you right now.
The thing is, I don't think so either. My man will play old shit like
Doom,
Medieval.
Animal Crossing, Assassin's Creed, Last of Us, Immortal Phoenix Rising, Final Fantasy, Ghost of Tsushima, Alex, Half-Life, Watch Dogs Legion, Ori and the Will of the Forest, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Resident Evil 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Microsoft Flight Sim, Marvel's Avengers, Call of Duty Black Ops, Halo Infinite. It was supposed to come out but didn't. Twin Mirror, Dreams, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2
You didn't
and
play
1.
any of these, I'm telling you.
Streets of Rage 4,
Which one?
Star Wars Squadron, Wasteland 3, Neo 2,
Oh, so
Crash Bandicoot.
that was, you can tell us why it was trash.
Yeah, which game?
I played Avengers.
You paid for it?
We chipped in for it.
Chipped in for it. Chris wanted to play, never played it.
I never played it. My brother said it was good.
We were supposed to play together, and I'm pretty sure playing together would have been better. But homeboy never picked up the sticks.
I thought it was. My brother said it was good.
It's a good concept and everything. You know,
It's supposed to be like a Destiny type of thing. Right?
yeah. So you go do missions.
So
and
let
shit
me
like
ask you
that.
something. If you play with Hulk, can I play with Hulk also?
No,
In Destiny, you could play with 2 hunters, 3 hunters.
but it's not Destiny.
That's what I'm saying. But if you saying that same
but
concept,
honestly,
he's not saying
Destiny,
that's
I know that's what not Destiny. I'm saying in general. That's what the developer said.
Destiny, the Hunter, Titan, Warlock, those are classes. Those are not characters.
Technically, the guys are
You're a
classes.
character. That's the
So
class.
if we had to break down
the Hulk is an actual character.
yeah, but he's also a class though.
No, he's not a class.
He's not a tank. He's not like a brolic tank running around.
Yeah, but there's other tanks. But
But I
he's
could be
also
Red
one
Hulk and you could be
character.
Green Hulk.
And Thor could be different Thors. Boar Thor.
Listen, homie.
Boar Thor, yeah, Boar Thor. Fucking Boar
Dino
Thor.
Thor. But yeah, it wasn't like I still didn't finish the game, but I'm pretty sure playing with your boys and stuff like that, it would have been better.
The experience is always better when you're playing it with a bunch of friends, you understand?
Yeah.
Or at least another friend, because you can make fun. Like what's this game fucking
I just
called?
got bored easily with that game.
Borderlands. You ever play Borderlands? I played that game with my best friend, and when we first started playing it, you know, we played it like a year, 2 years after it came out because we bought it for like dirt cheap out of the bargain bin. And we was like, yo, this game is fire. I don't think playing that game by myself would have warranted me enjoying it. But what's the next game?
So the next topic is best single player game. I'm gonna start off with did you even put a single player game?
Didn't play it yet, but I'm still gonna say Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm gonna just off the rip. I'm just gonna say that.
Me it would be
didn't come out this year.
me it would be Ghost of Tsushima. I had mad fun playing it, just playing it through, going to each. You know, they had that game. That game is one of those games. It's an open world, and they have little bases. You have to like finish everybody and beat the boss there. Love doing all that stuff. There was no moment in that game I didn't like. Everything I liked. Fats.
I played Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts was this year?
No.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's like the closest.
But you played it this year, so go ahead.
I played a lot this year. Like,
But that would be your favorite single player this year. Oh, okay.
like the whole trilogy for the Darksiders.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, remember you spoke heavily about that game.
I like the story. I really love the story on that game. All three of them, like the whole backstory is just.
There's still one more to
There's still
come out,
one
right?
more to come out. Like they came out with a like over the head type joint. I
Like
don't
a
know.
dungeon crawler.
I don't know if that's part of the story, but the dark side, like the last one was a little too straightforward compared to the first two. But like I like the whole story behind the Four Horsemen. They were from the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
No,
the Netherlands. Isn't that
it's a weird fucking thing to say. But they're like the last four to remain because they were ordered to kill the rest of them. And I like it. I like the whole backstory. Like, I hope them coming out with the next one, it'll be 10 times better than the last one that came out.
And hopefully with the next gen graphics and the new cards, this game gotta look phenomenal.
I mean, the last one didn't look so bad, but like I said, it was like too straightforward. It was like, in the first two, you can choose where to go next, the side quests and stuff like that. This one doesn't have a side quest. It's a straight story. You go hunt down the 7 deadly sins, and that's it. Like, it was short. But
you ever play that game, Dante's Inferno?
Yeah, that game
was fire, right? Remember the end though, with the devil in his shwell bag comes out. You're like, why was that even necessary? You played it?
I never played none of the Devil May Cry games.
Not Devil May Cry. Dante's Inferno.
Well, none of that either.
You should try it. I think you might like it.
I thought they were all like the same.
I think you might like it. It's a great game.
Devil May Cry, DMC.
Is that the only thing was that ending was mad fucking. You're like, yo, why are they showing this guy?
Like, it actually showed like shit from, like, you would think comes from hell.
Oh, yeah, okay, like cool. Methoses and stuff like that.
Before we get to Game of the Year, I want to do our own award, the Fair Shake Award. So this would be like a game we think you guys maybe played or maybe haven't played, but that we think you should give a fair shake to. Like, you should actually try it and give it its run. So Felipe said Genshin Impact. That Zelda kind of pay to win kind of game.
That's the gacha game.
The gacha, yeah. My brother, let me see if he put no, he didn't put one. I would think he would say, knowing him, he would say Doom Eternal. Knowing him, he loved that
game.
He loves that game. He talks about it all the time, and I know not a lot of people played that game because I haven't played it. And he always tells me to play it, so that would be his, I think. Fat, you got
Hero Clicks.
Technically,
I'll give it to him.
Like I wasn't skeptical at first when it came to this. Like, when y'all first introduced it and told me about it, I was intrigued. Like, I wanted to learn how to play. Then actually going, like, it was rough trying to learn that first day, but after knowing how to play and like picking teams and shit like that, like, I think everybody should try.
I think it's a game where it's a game where you don't learn overnight. It's a progression. Because even to this day, I'm still learning stuff. You understand? Even though the rules change every week, but
I can use Flurry and Blaze Close Fang at the same time. Just saying.
Mine, if I can make an honest suggestion, it'd be Death Stranding. And it's a game from last year, but I'm only saying this because I find the game therapeutic, and I'm going to stick by that. I think if you give the game its fair shake and just play it for what it is, I think you will enjoy it. It's not the best game. I don't know what IGN rated. I'm pretty sure rated it high. You understand? But I would honestly admit, if you get it for free, you did something good. If not, well, the lowest I would say is pay $10 and that's it. The most is $10 and that's it. But yeah,
mine. A lot of people maybe played it, but I don't think so, because if you think about it, maybe like it's 50-50 split Xbox and PlayStation. So the Xbox people could have played this. Ghost of Tsushima again. Best just single player. You wanna just play through something, like go into another world, because that's like, what is it? Japanese, when they fighting the they still like samurai stuff, samurai times. You could play the game two different ways. Either you could play it as the samurai, like with honor, or you could play it as the ghost, which is like honor is no honor. You like sneaking into places, you slashing throats and stuff while they're sleeping, stuff like that. So it's two different ways to play. It's two different endings. So
can I ask you something? As you play it, do you play it straight one way?
no, you could do.
But I'm saying, like, do you play it straight one way?
I like to.
Because I have a friend that he would play it one way, save it, then make another save file, then play it the other way, and then he would just play it like that, up and down, up and down.
No, I'll play it one way.
Until he gets like the end, and then he does the ending for one side and the ending for the other side. And
I could see that, but I play it one way. I played the Ghost, like, everything was night. I mean, if they saw me, you have to fight the samurai way, which is like more blocking, counter attacking. But my preferred way was when they couldn't see me, just slicing their throat, throwing a smoke bomb, going to another one like that. So that was my preferred way. That's my fair shake game of the year. Well, to give a fair shake to. And the last one is your game of the year.
For that, I'm gonna say Ghost of Tsushima, because I did see the game through. I thought it was a great game. I'm obviously gonna play it on the 5, but overall, like, it's true what you said with like the way you can play it. It does serve a uniqueness to it. But for me, it was just the storytelling. I'm a big person on story, and I like when stories come full circle and they actually tell something, that's coherent and impactful, So, yeah.
Well, before, let me check the Game Award ones, the nominees. Ghost of Tsushima, Hades.
Oh yeah, that
Doom Eternal, Last of Us Part 2, Animal Crossing, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. Those are the...
I don't understand. Like, I understand why Animal Crossing like launched the way it did. It was at the beginning of the pandemic. You understand? Yeah. And you had nothing to do. And if you want to do a job from home, do a fake job in a video game. You understand? But again,
it's like, what if Cyberpunk released at the beginning of the pandemic?
Everybody would have went wild. Everybody would have went wild.
So it was just a dead point for games.
It's just the way it just happened to roll onto his lap.
Fats, you got a game of the year? It could be a game you played this year that's old, doesn't matter. Favorite game you played this year?
Ooh, it's hard. I'm trying to remember all the games I played.
Want me to go to someone else while you...
Yeah.
So... Felipe Savage, he has one that's not on the nominees. He picks Valorant. It's a game that shook up 2020, is under the radar, took the world by storm, and ran with. He says they ran with it.
I don't think so. He doesn't play it. That's one. Two, the game itself is a combination of two things. It's Overwatch and what's the other game? Counter-Strike. You understand? And for me, that pacing of gameplay is not what I like to play. I will say this: if he would have said that other game, Rogue Company, I could have been behind that, because it does play to that 4v4 quick paced, one and done type round shits, and I do feel like it does get the games do get impactful, so to speak. But I can't.
Well, this is just his opinion.
No, I know. Obviously, I know that.
In his eyes, is gonna he thinks he'll win best ongoing game next year. Is one of the best, being one of the more soundproof shooters of 2020, and it's easy. I feel it's just as easy to put us. I don't know when you put single player game. I don't think that's a single player game. My brother said his game of the year is Doom Eternal. His reason is he feels that the game represents the very reason why he plays video games. It's all about inputs and prioritizing what enemies to take out first in a heavy situation.
That game is have you ever played Doom?
I never played it. I doubt Fat has played it.
Doom is a really great game, and it's a game where you can pick up, play it seriously, and not play it
So I finished a game that I should have finished a long time ago, but Red Dead 2, I just want to give a quick shout out to that game, because that game was amazing.
Yeah, I finished it this year also.
But I forgot Kakarot. Yeah. Kakarot came out this year. that game I would give it game of the year.
Okay.
Like revisiting all the whole story and the shit you can do on the outside and training was fucking hard, but
you know there's DLC, right? That you can turn.
Yeah, there's new
Super Saiyan Blue.
I haven't.
Okay, because I'm about to play that shit soon.
But I give that. I love revisiting all the old shit from.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to play for a while. Yeah. Mine is gonna be Last of Us 2 Game of the Year. That's what I think is gonna win. That's what I believe should win. The story was amazing. Like I said, emotional roller coaster. It made me a couple times. It made me tear up, and that's how I know it's a good game. The only one thing I could say is that I don't like. So in this game, you play as 2 different characters. I didn't really like that. I wanted to just play as Ellie.
Everybody says that, yeah. But they said that it was to force you.
Yeah, but I could see why. I could see why. I don't want to say much more than that. I could see why, but I think it deserves it, hands down. That's my game of the year. So that's it. Those are the Fair Shake 2020 Game of the Year awards.
You know, I want to leave on a lighthearted note. Not that this was like a grim episode or anything, but this year was one hell of a fucking year, right?
As if gaming
like,
wise.
Just gaming wise is one hell of a year. Like just different games are coming out. What we could play, what we couldn't play, how much fucking Cyberpunk got pushed back so many times.
Yeah, by the time you guys hear this, definitely we'll be playing Cyberpunk. So, we're recording this 2 days away.
Yeah. Just to let you guys know, maybe like the first 2 weeks of January, we're gonna just have that time off for ourselves. So there won't be no recording, no anything. Just give us some time to re-up on just how we're gonna proceed with the new year. Gives us time to fuck up
a little bit.
Still.
A little bit, but no, you good.
It gives us time to really work on what's to come. See what games is in store for us. Like I mentioned at the beginning, music and all that stuff. So Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah. This has been Pro Daddy, P2 Saucies on some days. Finna get mango no huevos.
Yeah. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all that good stuff. Hopefully 2021 is better for you guys than 2020. You already know, peace and love.
Happy holidays to everyone out there. I hope you get what's coming to you. We hope you get what you deserve and more. Blessings to everyone, family, friends, strangers, co-workers, assistants. It was one hell of a year, like Pro said. Hopefully it's better next year, and can only go forward. So there goes from the Fair Shake Podcast. We signing off.
See you guys 2021. It's the Fair Shake Podcast. Sucker, sucker, sucker.
Next year, we interview 2020.